In the realm of technological advancements, few inventions have altered the fabric of human society as dramatically as the Internet. Imagine a world where information is at your fingertips, where humanity can communicate across vast distances instantaneously, and where the exchange of ideas knows no boundaries. This is the story of the Internet, a tale woven through bursts of ingenuity, relentless determination, and an extraordinary vision for a connected future. By the end of this narration, you will uncover how this remarkable invention came to be and how it reshaped our lives in ways we still can't fully comprehend. Picture the late 1960s, a time when the world was gripped by the Cold War, a bleaker period when nations were at odds and the threat of nuclear conflict loomed large. Amidst this tension, a band of scientists and engineers took on a monumental challenge: how to create a communication system that could withstand disasters and still function. Their quest birthed ARPANET, a primitive network that would pave the way for what we now call the Internet. What motivated these pioneers? What challenges did they face? And how did their groundbreaking work sow the seeds for a digital revolution? Let's meet the architects of this digital age. Figures like Vint Cerf and Bob Kahn emerged from this era, fascinating characters in the landscape of technological innovation. They envisioned a global network that could link numerous computers and allow them to share information seamlessly. As you absorb their story, you'll find that their collaboration took place against incredible odds, fueled by a fervent desire to connect humanity in ways previously unimagined. What design challenges stood in their way, and how did they overcome them? You'll soon discover how their vision changed the context of communication forever. Fast forward to the early 1980s, ARPANET morphed into TCP/IP, the foundational protocol that enabled data to travel seamlessly across multiple networks. It was the dawning of a new era. Imagine for a moment the profound implications of this new invention. Networks could talk to each other. The world was, in theory, becoming smaller. But with great power comes great responsibility, and questions arose. How would this network be used, and who would have access? As barriers began to fall, a hint of uncertainty lurked in the shadows, promising that the journey was just starting. What followed was a whirlwind of creativity that turned theoretical ideas into practical applications. The invention of the World Wide Web by Tim Berners-Lee in 1989 served as a catalyst, propelling the burgeoning Internet into everyday life. In a blink, it transformed from an obscure scientific novelty into a fundamental tool for communication and commerce. How did Berners-Lee's vision help democratize information? And what unforeseen consequences accompanied this rapid expansion? These questions set the stage for the wild ride that was the 1990s. Imagine the thrilling buzz of dial-up connections, the anticipation of connecting to the Internet as you hear that iconic screech of your modem. You sat there, listening, a mix of hope and uncertainty coursing through you as you waited for the endless possibilities to unfold. With just a few clicks, you could explore a world of knowledge, chat with people thousands of miles away, or even shop for goods right from your home. But amidst the excitement, there was a nagging worry: how secure was this new realm? As the Internet grew, so did the threats to privacy and security. In the fast-evolving narrative of the Internet, the late 1990s ushered in a wave of companies that would change our lives forever. Tech giants like Amazon, Google, and eBay were born, promising a new consumer culture characterized by convenience and unprecedented access to information. Yet, it wasn't just about businesses. individuals found their voices in ways never previously imagined. Blogs, forums, and social media began to sprout, giving rise to what became known as user-generated content. But who were the key players behind these revolutionary shifts? And how did they manage to tap into something that changed how we perceive the world? As you delve deeper, picture a society on the brink of transformation. We saw an awakening as the internet became a new frontier for activism, education, and commerce, bridging gaps between communities and cultures. How did this tool facilitate change, and what struggles accompany this newfound power? You'll be intrigued to discover the groundbreaking movements ignited by the global reach of this technology. But just when you thought you had a grasp on how the internet was shaping society, another seismic shift emerged: social media. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, the names alone paint a vivid picture of a world buzzing with interaction. At its peak, social media had the ability to connect people, sharing moments, opinions, and stories on an unprecedented scale. But would these platforms ultimately unite us or fragment our society even further? This chapter of the Internet's journey raises poignant questions about human connection and the value of conversations turned viral. As you absorb these unfolding events, brace yourself for the unexpected turns this tale of innovation promises. However, the changes weren't merely technological, they were societal, cultural, and psychological as well. The rise of the internet raised crucial conversations about identity, censorship, and the ownership of information. Would we become victims of misinformation, or would we wield the power of digital literacy and discernment? Who decides what gets shared, and who has a voice in this brave new world? As the digital landscape shifted, ethical dilemmas began to surface, capturing the attention of philosophers, educators, and lawmakers alike. Near the turn of the 21st century, the internet was no longer a luxury, it was a necessity. Governments, businesses, and individuals were increasingly reliant on this interconnected web. Yet even amidst its proliferation, dark shadows loomed. Cybersecurity became a pressing concern, and you may remember the headlines that unraveled stories about data breaches and privacy violations. How were people to protect themselves in an age where information could be weaponized? The stakes were growing higher, and you might find yourself wondering about the fragile relationship between convenience and safety. As we ventured into the new millennium, the internet evolved rapidly. The world embraced smartphones and mobile connectivity, thrusting the internet into a pocket-sized revolution. Social media became omnipresent, but with it, a surge of digital addiction followed. Users found themselves ensnared in a constant cycle of notifications, likes, and shares, raising critical questions about mental health in an interconnected world. Could social media, designed to bridge distances, create new forms of loneliness? Tune in as we explore the psychological landscape that arose, influencing habits, behaviors, and even relationships. Amidst all the advancements, we'd be remiss to ignore the growing scrutiny of the internet's impact on democracy. Political landscapes began to shift, with campaigns now reliant on digital strategies to mobilize voters. Misinformation campaigns spread like wildfire, often targeting vulnerable populations and turning elections into battlegrounds of information warfare. Would the internet ultimately empower the populace, or were we opening a Pandora's box that would disrupt the very foundations of democracy? Now, take a breath and consider the crossroads we've arrived at by the year 2020 and beyond. The COVID-19 pandemic forced the world into a collective lockdown, pushing the limits of our online capabilities. Remote work, online learning, and telehealth services became everyday norms, showcasing the internet's incredible versatility. Yet, will we ever return to a world where physical interaction is paramount, or is essential change upon us? Emerging technologies like artificial intelligence and blockchain presented new horizons. As we venture deeper into this new era, questions about accountability, ethics, and the future of labor surfaced. Can we harness technology for good, or will we be swept away by the relentless tide of progress? The lines between virtual and physical life blurred, creating a world where the potential for innovation is matched only by our responsibility to direct it with wisdom and care. As we reflect on this incredible journey of the internet, the brainchild of relentless visionaries and innovators, we recognize the profound impact it has had on our lives. The threads of connectivity, creativity, and complexity weave together a vibrant tapestry that encapsulates humanity in all its glory and imperfections. So, what comes next in this exhilarating saga? The story is far from over. The future of the internet lies in our hands, one of creativity, innovation, and ethical considerations. As you ponder the possibilities, imagine what the internet could become in the coming years. Will it foster greater unity, understanding, and compassion among people, or will we confront unforeseen challenges that test our resilience? History shows that the power of this invention is limitless, but so are the lessons we must learn along the way. In conclusion, the birth of the internet is not just a tale of technology, it is one of humanity's unyielding desire to connect and understand one another. Through the trials, triumphs, and tribulations, we have witnessed the changing face of communication and culture. Each click, each post, a testament to our shared journey toward a more informed and interconnected world. As we navigate the uncharted digital waters ahead, let's commit to shaping a future that respects the fundamental principles of communication and community, always remembering that our greatest strength lies in the connections we foster and the stories we share. Stay curious and engaged, for the journey of the internet continues to unfold, chapter by chapter. With every innovation brings a choice, a chance to elevate humanity, or deftly face the challenges that may come. The invitation for exploration is ever present, and together we can ensure that the internet remains a powerful force for good in our lives and in the world around us.